let me focus on you and your vision. The Centre for Global Development and Save the Children have done quite detailed analysis on the cuts that you've made, and basically you'll have to axe all bilateral support for education, water sanitation, nutrition, sexual and maternal health, and support for women and girls. So you spoke about your vision. I'm not sure what's left, but what is your vision for development going forward?
I think it's hugely important for countries that we want to, and it's in our own interest to work with in relation to our priorities. We haven't yet gone through the priorities, so exactly what we will be able to do and what we won't be able to do will be set out in due course, but we're working through that.
What's the vision? What do you want to do? So if you were starting with a blank canvas, we understand the financial constraints. What is your vision for development?
Well, a healthier, thriving world where we reduce conflict and tension and corruption and ill health is the intention. Obviously, what I have to do is to balance that within the resource that we've got, and at the same time recognise that we're in a new era when it comes to defence and security in Europe. When I say we're in a new era for defence and security, that isn't just words. That is and I think around the country people really understand we're in a much more volatile position we've been in for a long time. Old assumptions about our defence and security, which have kept the peace for 80 years, are not as solid as they once appeared, and it is my job to ensure my number one responsibility is the security and safety of this country. And I firmly believe the only way to do that is to ensure that NATO, which has been the cornerstone of that for 80 years, is the cornerstone for decades to come. The only way to ensure that that's the case is to ensure the European element of defence and security is rebalanced against the US to ensure that strategically we ensure that NATO lasts for many, many years to come. And that's why I've given it such a priority, because it is we're at a very important point in our histories, in my view.